What's going on, Flexpress? Turner back at you guys with another video. Today I've got my fucking beautiful Flexpress shaker bottle with me. These things are incredible quality, FDA approved, and they're only $5. Are you fucking kidding me? That's crazy. We got white, we got blue, we got black. Check them out on the website, 2 for $10. Get them before they're gone. Anyways, today we're gonna be talking about the perfect pull day. You guys saw my perfect push day video. You guys know the drill, so let's get into it. Before we get into things, I do want to preface that I do not personally deadlift. Deadlifting is not a personal goal of mine at the moment, although that is most likely going to change. I can hit the 1,000 club. If you guys saw my deadlift PR, I had 365 with fucking pretty shitty form. Could probably pull 400 if I, get my technique down, because it's what it's all about, technique, but not great hip mobility, not great ankle mobility. That does not fare well for a deadlift. So if you want to learn how to build a bigger back, bigger biceps, and bigger rear shoulders, then this is the video for you. Even if you deadlift, there's probably some great information that you're going to want to take from this video. So let's get right into it. So first up in the pull workout, we obviously want to work our back since that's a larger muscle group. We do not want to train our back when our CNS is fatigued.
The two main muscles we want to target here are the lats and the rhomboids.
I like to start each pull workout with a lat focused back exercise. So I will either do a pull up or I will do a lat pull down depending on the day. I usually have 2 pull days a week, so I'll usually alternate one or the other. In this workout, I decided to go with a close grip lat pull down. Now, as you guys know, lat pull downs are actually one of the most ego lifted exercises in the gym. People love to use their whole body, put the pin all the way down in the stack, and show everyone how much of a clown they are. There are 3 cues you want to be thinking of when you're doing a lat pull down to prevent ego lifting, looking like a jackass in front of the whole gym. First cue, get that full stretch all the way at the top, just like any other exercise, but a lot of people come up short on these. Your second cue is to keep a big chest and only tilt back about 10 degrees. A lot of people like to swing their full body into it, which really takes away a lot of the focus of the lats. And lastly, just like any other lat workout, you want to focus on pulling through the armpits. That's the easiest cue to engage your lats, in my opinion. With those 3 cues, you should be able to maximize your lat pull downs to get the best out of you and your back. I like to do 3 sets of these, with the last set being a drop set. Lat pull downs are a fantastic workout to do drop sets on. Just drop the pin, keep going hard, push it close to failure, if not to complete failure. Our second workout in the pull workout is going to be focusing on our rhomboids. So for this, we want to do any type of row machine. The row machine I'm using in this video is currently my favorite row machine in the gym, just because my mind-muscle connection with it has been off the charts. This exercise is not as ego lifted as the lat pull down is, but still there's some good cues that you guys can utilize to improve your technique on this. You really want to have a big chest against the pad, maximize that range of motion, have a nice stable pulling position. Similarly to the lat pull downs, you guys want to make sure you guys get the full stretch, but on this machine it's important that we do not let our shoulder blades roll forward, because that is outside of the range of motion of our lats. That's going to take tension off the muscle and make it more difficult to pull. Lastly, we do want our elbows flared out just a little bit, not too much, or that's going to work more of the rear delts, but enough so that the focus is more off the lats and more into the middle back. Like the lat pull downs, I like to do 3 sets of these, high reps. Sometimes I'll throw in a drop set at the end depending on how I'm feeling, but that's usually enough to fry my rhomboids. So after that, we're going to move on to our last primary back workout, which is going to be a lat prayer. Prayers are my new favorite variation of the lat pullover exercise. Grabbing the mat and going on your knees really allows you to focus on just driving through the lats, not really having any leverage through your legs. A lot of people struggle with their mind-muscle connection on this movement, so if you're one of those people, here are some cues for you. First, you want to go shoulder width apart. Obviously, you need to keep your arms straight, otherwise you're going to engage your triceps. Again, you want to be pulling through the armpits. If you think of it that way, it makes it really easy. When you're at the bottom of the movement, you want to have a big chest, so you want to start to puff out your chest as you pull down. And lastly, just like all of our other exercises, we want to exhibit the full range of motion. Similar to the row, we do not want our shoulder blades to roll forward, but we do want to get that full extension coming back up. Just like the other 2 back exercises, I like to go high reps, 3 sets of this, and then we move on to our back accessories, which are technically just our rear shoulders. So as you guys know, a push-pull leg split will split up the shoulders into 2 groups. Your pushing shoulder movements and your pulling shoulder movements. Your pulling shoulder movements will cover your rear delts and your traps, and that is what we will try to isolate in our pull day. I always like to start my rear shoulder portion of my workout with a cable reverse fly, really target my rear delts. This variation is my favorite. I've talked about it many times before, but it really allows me to get a nice mind muscle connection in my rear delts. There are different variations to this. A lot of people will go bent elbows and do it like a true rowing motion, but for me, I find it more beneficial to leave my arms straight and really just focus on pulling through my rear delts. That's all I'm thinking about the whole time. Really, if your mind's super in tune with your rear delts, you have no problem doing this exercise. A lot of people end up messing up their shoulder doing rear delt exercises. Try to stay in that high rep range and do 3 sets, and you'll be money, build those bolder rear delts. After that, we're gonna progress into a seated shrug, targeting our traps. Seated shrugs are a very straightforward exercise, but a lot of people kind of miss out on these 2 tips. One of them being to stay seated, so you eliminate a lot of those other muscles that get involved when you're standing. This eliminates any momentum that you're building too, and it allows you to kind of get a nice full stretch at the bottom. Same thing at the top. A lot of people don't exhibit a full range of motion on this. You really want to over exaggerate this movement. People make the mistake of jacking up the weight and then just shrugging super fast, and yes, that will work your traps, but not the full muscle as you would just taking your time and really exaggerating and emphasizing the drop and the squeeze. Slow and control is the name of the game. Keep it seated if you can. After that, we move on to biceps, the last main muscle group that we're targeting in our workout. Personally, my biceps get tired super quickly. I don't really need much volume for them. The reason being is that I push the failure so well and have such a great mind muscle connection, in my opinion, with my biceps. The 3 main muscles to target when you're training your biceps are the short head, the long head, and the brachialis. Starting your workout with the seated curl is going to help you target your short head. Obviously, again, we do these seated to eliminate any momentum. A lot of people cheat on their bicep curls. They like to jack up the weight, have terrible form, not very great mind muscle connection. So again, try these seated. 2 cues for you here are: 1, do not let your elbows lock all the way out at the bottom of the movement. This can cause injury. Do not want to play around with bicep injuries. Trust me, it's brutal. And your second cue is, once you get to the top of the movement, curl your pinkies inwards. Just like with all other exercises, when bodybuilding, slow and controlled is the name of the game. Go super slow and controlled, especially on that eccentric, and you'll be buzzing. You'll have huge biceps in no time. But can't just do a regular seated curl. You gotta also toss in the hammer curl. Again, doing these seated. The hammer curl is gonna work not only your brachialis, but your long head, giving you a complete bicep workout. Just like the seated curl, you do not want to lock out your elbows. Don't play around with any bicep injuries. I like to go 3 sets to complete failure of both of these workouts. I find that when I go to complete failure on biceps, it really maximizes my bicep workout. Makes me only have to do these 2 exercises. Otherwise, I'll have to hop around to a different machine, waste more time, and it's just not as efficient. So after we finish that, we're going to go hit an undertrained muscle group. That's right, we're going to go work on the lower back. A lot of people tend to neglect the lower back, and the lower back's very important to strengthen. Doing a deadlift will strengthen this, but since we're not deadlifting in this workout, we're going to go hit the hyperextensions. Hyperextensions are great for the lower back. We don't even need weight to get a good pump. Sometimes I will hold a 25 across my chest, take it slow and controlled, do about 10 reps, but otherwise I'm just burning out, doing 2 sets of as many as I can do just to strengthen that lower back, protect it, because that's one of the most compromised muscles in your entire body. Most lifters deal with lower back pain, especially if they're not lifting right, so it's very important to strengthen that. Another thing that's important to train on a pull day is your forearms. I usually only do 2 sets of forearms, super high reps, either once or twice a week, depending on the week. Unfortunately for me, I absolutely smashed my hand on the rim playing basketball the day before this, so I did not hit forearms in this workout, but you guys should definitely train your forearms, don't neglect them. That's going to do it for the perfect pull day. If you're not deadlifting and you want to get fucking huge, try this workout. Don't forget, copy your $5 shakers at flexpressfitness.com. Thank you guys for watching the video. Appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, please and thank you. We'll make a leg one soon, but stay tuned to the channel for more amazing fitness content. Thank you guys. You're all legends. Peace out.